Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Factory Town. And we've got some automation going on. Yes, we have. So in the last episode we got belts for the first time, and now they're working absolutely splendidly because I've got the stonemason linking to the workshop here. I've got linen. No, wait. I've got wool linking to cloth production. I've got cloth going into the same workshop. I've then got a forester, which is newly arrived, and this forester will chop down these trees and then lovingly replant them, which is splendid. Also feeding into a lumber mill, which feeds into the workshop, which makes wheels, which feeds into here, which makes conveyor belts, which is smashing, because that means that we have now a fully automated, fully renewable-ish system for making conveyor belts, which means we shouldn't run out anytime soon. Now, obviously, that frees up a fair few workers with whom I can do new and exciting things. We can upgrade the barn for extra storage capacity. Oh, well, that's jolly exciting. Maybe later. Anyway, the other thing I've observed recently is that these three chums over here have run out of stone to harvest. So I'm in the process of deploying them over into the peasant holding area that we have here, and then we shall detonate the stonemason. Detonated. Gives us a spare wagon, which is super. Now, the only downside to that, of course, is that was our primary source of red bullets. Coins, I suppose you could call them. Anyway, today we're going to figure out how best to continue our ongoing supply of red coins. Do stick around for that. Now then, the primary consumption of red coins is being done by the schoolhouse, which you can just make out over there in the distance. But secondarily, foresters use them when replanting trees. So there is a coin cost to plant a tree. Now, I have been using stone as my my income generator so far, purely because it's all in the way all over the place. But we are gradually running through it, and since it's currently non-renewable, I'm desperately hoping there's a mine option in the future. But at the present time, it is not a renewable resource. I'm going to look for something new that hopefully can be grown. So we're looking for red coin items. So stone bricks, what we've been flogging to date. We don't want to purchase anywhere new just yet. Iron plate is the same problem again. Reinforced planks, no. Wool. Wool is the solution, isn't it? So we get 2 coins, yes, for 1 piece of wool. Or we could turn it into cloth and then turn it into clothing and get 10 coins. You get 4 coins for cloth. Right, well, that's the way to go. The only downside is it means I need to build an entirely new pasture network. And if you recall, there is it's 3 whole items, people. I mean, come on. Although if we're going to then turn it into linen, then you're going to want probably a barn to store it at the end, and then a workshop to turn it into linen, and then another workshop to turn that into clothing. Now, I mean, that's not a massive amount of effort, but it is an amount of effort. In the meantime, of course, we're not actually producing much more stone brick. Back at HQ, thank you. They're currently shipping in stone from miles away. I mean, mind you, we've been doing that the entire time, but it's not a quick journey to keep the stone fires burning, as it were. So, right, okay then, another farm chain. Now then, we can actually benefit from all of this grain here and have that replant. So we'll start with, will we? Yeah, farm is at the start of the queue. Now, I've been thinking recently, actually, of reversing my queuing system. Historically, I always build the first item in the queue first. Well, I mean, that might seem logical, but actually, it can lead you into trouble later on. Right, 1 times farm, which goes into 1 times grain doodah. Yes, 1 grain doodah for you there, sir. Yes. No, that's fine. And actually, we can use a chute for that, and chutes are great. I like chutes. They're far more exciting than conveyor belts. And conveyor belts, everybody does conveyor belts these days. There's nothing rare or unusual about it in the slightest. From there, we got a pasture. Now, we're going to need output for 2 items there, both wool and... Yes. I mean, the other option is eggs, of course, but that comes with its own problems. So we'll go with wool. We'll pull it out this way, and we'll barn that, because I want to then extract fertilizer going one way and the wool going the other way. Now, I haven't got smart belts yet, which is a bit of a drag. How are you going to make that work? I'll put a Herbert on... I'll put a Herbert on fertilizer removal. Well, if you say so, I don't think that's necessarily the smartest way to do things. I'll be the judge of what's smart, thank you, cowboy. Right, okay, so we'll put a filter on that immediately, and that filter will be... It's either wool or it's fertilizer. It's wool. Okay, fine. Right, so that only takes wool, which means I need to pick the fertilizer up from the pasture itself. That then needs to go to a workshop, which you would think I would have hotkeyed by now. How does one hotkey something? Do you just hover over it and press the button you want? Let's try 7. Let's try Control 7. Let's try not bothering for now and worrying about it later. Oh, that's a sound solution there. Right, workshop 1, that's going to produce linen, and then workshop 2, which is going to be right in front of it, is going to produce clothes. Now, clothes have no other earthly purpose than to make me all the monies, so that should work out, although I am a little concerned about the difference in elevation we've got there. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a conveyor belt in front of that. Let's nuke it and build it again. Right. Let's bring this up. I've got money in the bank. Please make it happen. Thank you. Although now, that may be a little on the low side. All right, well, we'll continue the odyssey of bulldozage should the need arise. But for the moment, we'll assume that that's going to work. I don't think it will. Right, workshop and workshop. Right, good. So you are going to make clothes. Yes, you are. And you're going to have a very nice time doing it. Shirt. 2 bolts of what's it for 1 shirt. Done deal. Good. Yep, absolutely. And that's worth a plentiful amount of red coins, which I have now run out of. Dangerous times, people. Dangerous times. Right, you are going to be making linen, which I don't know why I'm calling it linen. It's just cloth. But linen sounds far more exotic. It sounds like I've specialised in some fashion. You're going to be making sheep. Yeah, you are. Wool, thank you. Right. And then you are going to be making animal feed. And you, cowboy, you're going to be making, well, I want to apply water, and then you're making grain. Okay, off you trot. Right, good. Now then, belt time. Let's go. We're going to need a well nearby to keep this chap stocked up on water. I haven't noticed the option to make pipes for water yet. There are steam pipes and so forth for... apparently I'm doing this now. Slight muscle memory there, just taking control of the situation. Well, all right, fair enough. I mean, it's useful and all. Right, let's belt you. No, you don't need a belt there. No, you can use old traditional, which, as previously discussed, we like. There you go. You plop that lot out there, and then you need a belt. All right, you do this one. There you go. Anything happening? Anything at all? Well, we should see it. We should see it start to cascade. No, it's not, because it's coming from the wrong height. Oh, knickers. Okay, right. Well, now what are you going to do about that? So basically, what I've done here is I've put the belt underneath the foundation, which is not helpful. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to work. Well, scaffold ramp will do the trick. These ramps are really quite useful. Paths, belt, there. There you go. See? Easy as pie. Well, assuming pie is easy. Right, okay, next. Do you need water? I surely do. Right, bring me an idiot. Idiot, come and stand here. Right, I don't want you thinking for yourself vis-a-vis where the best place to stand might be. That's where you're going to stand. What's in this barn? That one's full of corn. That's okay. Right, you grab water, pour it on the animals. Okay, get to work. Next job, yeah, okay, is I'm going to need another idiot. I don't know what I'm doing with the actually, what does fertilizer sell for, if at all? You can't sell it as, you can't pretend it's food. It's a pity. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like you can sell it. Right. In which case I need a kitchen we could do that nearby as well. You see how these things spiral out of flipping control? Right, okay, no, let's level this off like that, and then like that. How's that look? Pretty terrible. Thanks. Welcome. Yes. Kitchen. Yes. Bring me the kitchen tool cabinet item. You could put kitchen in about here. Okay. And then what are you going to feed into it? Well, the fertilizer allows it to cook just about anything, right? So that's pretty indispensable. Well, before we get to that, let's at least get the rest of this chain going, even if it's going to stop pretty quickly. Right, fling that over there. Now, here's the bit that's not going to work. You sure it's not going to work? Pretty positive. All right, I was lying. It works just fine. Okay, and you go that. Now, you see, now it's on a different level. So that needs to be a... wait. Don't jump the gun. That needs to be a ramp. Structurals. Construction ramp. Do a bit of that. Build a bit of this. Grab one of these. Do some of that. Spin it around. Give it some of those. There you go. On you go there, soldier. You've taken it one further than you need to, but you're clearly in that kind of mood. Right, and then bang that into there. There you go. And then from here we can remove any need for workers in the slightest, and just shoot that straight into the yard there. Now, after I've got this running, I'll probably do some... is that even going to work? Well, I'll find out and find out. Yep, it's working. Okay, right, grand. If not better than grand. Again, you've taken the scenic tour there to deliver it to its destination, but I mean, whatever floats your boat. Right, give me another one of those. Is that one of those? Yes, it is. Right, and put that there, and get one of these, and this one, and that one, and spin around, and it doesn't work. Why not? What's the problem? All right, do that instead. All right, wait, delete. Yes, and then what? Better idea. All right, okay, keep deleting. Right, delete that. Okay, I don't think this is going to work. You've got no faith. You've got no plan. See, it's going to work. All right. Right, that should work just fine. Yeah, do a bit of this. Whiz that around that way. No, it's not. You see, because you've got to bring it out first. Otherwise, nothing happens. Oh, what a shame. Yes, there's not a little chap inside there who's just willfully flinging clothing out the door. No, that doesn't exist. Well, what we can do is we can just scaffold up all over the place around here, and then it'll get rid of the program, right? Yeah, I mean that's no excuse not to level the ground, though. Yeah, but leveling the ground will wait till later. Right, there you go. Sling that in there, and then onto there. Good. Why are there no shirts? Patience. Shirts are happening. You haven't got any cloth at the moment, and you haven't got any cloth because you haven't got any wool. Because you've got a flaming piece of flaming fertilizer on the flaming conveyor belt. All right, turn the filter off and just get on with it. There you go. There you go. See, look, amazing how easily that works. Why you? There's a piece of. I haven't got item filters yet. How are you going to deal with that? Other than doing this, of course. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. All right, okay. We're going to have to go idiot mode. All right. Temporary solution. We put an idiot in there to make sure that only the right stuff gets transferred. All right, and then later we'll have filters where I can ensure. No, you just put that back. Oh, crikey. Right. What do you want to do? I want it all to be better. Yeah, well, I'm sure you do. Right, firstly, let's burn this fertilizer. Right, that is no longer a problem we have to concern ourselves with. Next, find yourself an errant idiot. Hello, errant. How are you doing? Right, and then we're gonna throw a random warehouse down over here, right? For no good reason at all. I'm going to turn it into a kitchen at some point. And then we need another idiot, or in this case a wagon, to go from here and pick up, and here and pick up that, and go wang it in the barn. Okay? In fact, I might assign two, because if the fertilizer situation gets out of hand, we won't be generating any wool at all, and our glorious career as a clothier will come to a hasty halt, and we will not be able to establish our version of urban outfitters, which is what we're doing. It's more like country outfitters. We're very much the outdoorsy types. Anyway, when that turns up, we should pop 10 red coins immediately. Kaboom. Right, with that, we were back in business. All right, it took a little bit of tinkering, but we got it there eventually. How are we doing on the barn? 8 in storage. You're going to need to figure out a way of burning that quickly. All right, and that means finding something to cook. Was there something else you were working on? Inevitably, there was something else I was working on. I'll have a quick look around and see what it was. No, you decided that it was all important that we had a red coin supply on the go. We now have that, and therefore, everything is good. All right. What do you think about this? I mean, we could up production on it a bit. It seems to be producing enough right now. You're not spending them just all over the show. There is some method behind your spend at the moment. All right, well, let's get a kitchen up then. Right. Kitchen. Kitchen. Yeah, you see, I did say we were going to do iron today. No, we're not quite there yet. We'll come unstuck if I build a forge now and start to try and get that working. I mean, I've got workers to spare in hand and so forth, but right. Okay, you're going to sit there. What can you make? Is a valid question. I think I'm going to be better off and feel slightly more smug about the situation if I stick you about here. Right. Okay. Kitchen. Speak to me. What can you make for me with your things? Right. We can turn flour, which is produced next door, into a baguette, which sells for 12 instead of 2 flour, which sells for 10. Okay. All right. That would work. Yeah, it's slower. It's quite a lot slower. All right, so you want something additive rather than a replacement then. Fruit juice sells for 2. Okay. What do we do to make fruit juice? Any old fruit. Oh, well. The benefit there is you don't actually need any heat applied to it. Yeah, but I want to apply heat so I can get rid of this fertilizer. Okay. You can make cheese out of milk and cloth. Again, that's not setting fire to anything, which is kind of why we're here. What have I got here? That's a potato. Yeah. That's flour. That's fire. And that is bread. But that sells for 12. Potatoes? Okay. All right. Well, whatever you say. Now, these artisanal goods that you've got later on, these gourmet food types, apple pie, for example, they sell for big bucks in the pink. But we are not anywhere near that stage. So I think the smart move is to set up a fresh farm to purposefully sort out us with some bread. Bread sells for 12. We've got 7 grand already. Hold on, I'm having a rethink. How about beef? How about beef? Hold on, why are we... what's the hold up here there, kids? You've got 10 wool ready to go. Did you actually give him an instruction? No. Well, okay, well, that's on you then. You nana brain. There you go. See, look, he's flinging it all in there. That's what you want. You want, standing by the door, some dude who's just flinging bits of detritus around the joint. So if I want beef, let's have a quick check on the... No, this one. Check on the recipe. Beef uses 4 animal feed. Okay, that's not insignificant. 4 water makes a beef and another flipping fertilizer. No, that doesn't solve our fertilization problem. We're trying to use it up. All right, well, it's going to have to be bread then, isn't it? Yep, bread it is, but we want red coins. Oh, crikey. Okay, well, the other... You got chicken. I don't think chicken is going to be any better. Let us check the pasture again. Chicken. Raw chicken. Nope. It makes fertilizer as well. Now, fertilizer is very helpful. But at the moment, I don't need any more. I have a surplus of the fert right now at present. Don't go saying bread again. You know that's not what you want. Fish oil. We haven't got fish yet. Fruit juice is good, but doesn't solve our fertilizer problem. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. Fruit juice. Red coins, 2 of. Yeah. Right, you make fruit juice. The reason being, if it comes down to it, I'll just throw it away. The leftover whatnot thingamajig. You know the one. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Fertilizer. Thank you. Right, so we could do this by setting up a forester in range of these apple trees. It's free. Yeah, or we could set up a forester in range of these berries. Also free. Yes. Is there an option 3? I want to build a little closer, if I'm honest. Well, in which case you're going to need to harvest some berries, stick them in a fella me lad, stick them in a bunker, and go from there. All right, okay, we can do that. Right, you come here. What do we want? Berries, or do we want trees? Actually, the tree planter needs iron, if I recall correctly. So we'll go with berries for the moment. Right, get to work. You lot, all of you, get to work. In fact, let's put an interstitial in here. Right, yeah. Intercept him. Yeah, you come here. Right, grab berries, put them in a box. Are you coming? You're also coming this way. Grab berries, put them in box. Okay. Number 3, come in. Berries, box. Thank you. Wagon, come here. Box, berries, barn. All right. Now, we'll go for something that is divisible by 4. I will then build enough fields for that to work. Get to cracking. Right, okay, so... Actually, this is a really easy queue. Farm. Yes. Export that side. Where are you going to? You need to go to the kitchen. Yeah. We got a barn in the way. Yeah, the barn's storing fertilizer. We don't need fertilizer. We don't even need to set fire to it. Right, there we go. Right, you come here. Cease. Right, select recipe. You are going to make berries for me and for science. And I shall plant you some fields in order for that to happen. Farm tile. This get rid of a bit of fertilizer, I suppose. So, you know, that's an additional silver lining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't drive across my field, you heathens. 6, yeah, 7. Yeah, you thought I was going to go over that bit. Yeah, but I didn't. No, I am far too wise. How many berries do you want to make? Like, lots. We're going to turn this into an absolute beast production centre. Oh, a beast. I didn't realise you were producing beast. Yeah, there's no need for your humour. It's not even that funny. Right. There you go. Right, that's all queued up and good to go. And because I'm in that kind of mood, we'll do the other side as well. Yeah. 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 And then Rocket around the corner, and no, apparently. Rocket around the corner, and in you go. Right. Bit of rearrangement required. Do that. Yeah, get rid of the other one. 10-4. We should be good to go. Right, you. Yeah, there's no crops, mate. I know there's no crops. It's because they're out there being acquired at present. 10 coins and 2 berries make a one of those. What do you mean we haven't got 2 berries? We flipping should have. I've got 16. All right, what's your crisis? Can't afford. Bring more storage to base. Oh, I see. Because my sphere of influence is too large. All right. Well, let's get as many going as we can. So I mean that's a good number. Here come another 2. There you go. Yep. I'm going to fill out all of this lot, and then it's going to be berry time, USA. I don't know why, but apparently everything time is always USA. There you go. Where are you idiots going? I'm not wholly certain where they're off to, but they seem to be having a rare old time of it. So I'll leave them be. Here's another 2. Let's do the front side. Lovely. That way they get to be a little bit decorative as well. Jolly good. Oh, I see. You're. Don't drive over my berry bushes. I'm trying to grow them. You fertilizer hauling buffoons. Thought it was stone. It wasn't. It was fertilizer. The berry collection process is going swimmingly. We only need another 8. So I think what we'll do is we'll cease operations with these chaps as soon as they've made their next deposit. Because I don't really want to be storing up masses of berries for the time being. There you go. Intercept. Intercept. You, come here. Oh, you're already carrying a berry. You git. Come here. Get just that over there. Right, you over there. Now shut up. I don't want to hear about your fruity wonders. We're going to make a fruity wonder of our own. We're going to call it an innocent smoothie. And it'll be innocent because it's got coal in it. Right. There we go. That should be... Oh, it does look like something pink's happening over here. There you go. 2D berries are being turned into a 2D beverage, which is a rock and roll no matter which way you cut it. We'll just plant up the rest of them, and that'll do it for today. So the good news is that we are now very much in business on red coins. We've rocked up to 300 already. Yellow coins we're not having a problem with because the food production line there is absolutely humming along. The next challenge we've got is actually to do the same thing with medicines. So I look forward to that as an adventure. There you go. And job done. Tally ho. Right, I've been Colonel Failure. You, no, you. Oi, no. You. Yes, you. No, you. Come, just... Fine, unload the next lot as well. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bulldoze that so you can't do anything with it. But there's 8 berries still in there. All right, then. You can have them. Cancel this. Do it. That's the way I've found to unset the thing is tell it you want to remove a block, tell it you don't want to remove a block, then cancel everything, and then it seems to work. I don't know what it is I'm doing to snag things up, but that's what it takes to get it back under control. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching today. And as if by magic, we now have a sorter, pusher, grabber, splitter, a blocker, filter, and advanced logistics available to us. Gracious. And we'll just have to look at some of that next time around. Well, probably we won't, actually. We'll probably go for iron next time around. But anyway, that'll be next time around. I look forward to seeing you there. Fling a like at this one if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch up with you very soon. How would you like to look at some bushes to finish off? I think so too. They are rather magnificent, are they not? With the coal nearby for added body and flavour. Thanks for watching. Cheerio! The kitchen is an interesting one because it actually solves problems as well as generating you income. And the problem in question is the disposal of fertilizer. I haven't come across another way of using it other than the initial planting of fields, although you can use it to make them grow faster. which might be another solution that I tap into in the future. But that means running another belt back and forth between things. And right now, the Herbert with a well solution seems to work pretty well for keeping things growing fast. But as mentioned, later on in the game, I may need to up production speeds significantly, and therefore further automation is going to be a boon to that. But it's I'm enjoying it. You know, it's got a lot of good stuff going on. I'm pushing 10 grand in the bank, so I might actually buy some more territory. Not that I need to at the moment. I'm sure with the addition of iron and railways, that we will rapidly need to up the tempo on several things. That much is certain.